There is something new every day. The future feels so unpredictable. Where could we be in 15 years? Our playgrounds may change. Learning may not need classrooms. Robots might help us meet time for more important things. Will virtual life be our new social life? Coming? Don't worry about what the future will look like. Just prepare for it. Fearless plans from Aegis Federal Life Insurance help you and your family prepare for the future.
Hello and welcome to a very special edition of Backstage with Boria with Mahesh Theekshana. We've seen Mahesh do wonders for Sri Lanka. We've seen him do wonders for the Chennai Super Kings in the IPL. He's got a big fan following in India, and needless to say, we are celebrating Sri Lanka. World Cup beckons. He will be in India plying his trade, and everybody knows how effective he can be. So question number one, Mahesh, World Cup coming up, 2011, on Indian soil, Sri Lanka made the final. This time round, back in India, you know that, our country inside out with the Chennai Super Kings. Your thoughts on the World Cup now?
I think this year in the World Cup and in the IPL also, all the games are playing all around the world, all around the country. So I think we'll have a better chance because subcontinent and spinners can come into the game in the middle part of the game.
You're right. And when you say spinners can come into the party, you and Wanindu bowling together perhaps make one of the most deadliest combinations. Thoughts on that? And how is it to bowl together?
I think it's about the partnership that we are creating, the pressure from the one end and the other end, the other guys getting the wickets. It's all about the partnership and the variations we do and keep bowling the right line and length.
When I think of Sri Lankan cricket, Mahesh, yes, the World T20, wasn't that great. But before that, the Asia Cup, for example, was an incredible story. You beat India, you beat us in Dubai, you beat us you beat Pakistan as well. What an incredible win. So clearly, this team is capable of doing great things. How do you approach a World Cup? How do you soak in the pressure? Thoughts about that?
I think firstly in the Asia Cup, because in the Asia Cup, I think all the guys did well. Even Bhanuka, Dasun, they played 2-3 games really well. Bhanuka played well in the finals. The first game, I don't think anyone did well. Versus Afghanistan. After that, openers came into the second game versus Bangladesh. Kushal had a great tournament. Even Pathum. I think from the batting unit, I think all the guys did well in different games. So that's why we came to the finals and we won it. So as a bowling unit, I know that we have better combinations in spin. And I think in the fast bowlers also right now, we have Dushmantha and Lahir Kumar and Dilshan Madhushankar and Matish also can bowl 140 plus. And it's like different story and the different angles they're creating as a bowling unit. I think we have if we clicked at the right point in when we clicked at the Asia Cup, I think we have a better chance in doing the wonders in the World Cup also.
I actually agree. And when I think about it, some of the names that you mentioned, Dasun, Bhanuka, Dushmantha, Pathirana, yourself, a lot of you have played IPL and have had considerable success. Does that help? You've played in front of big crowds in Indian grounds. You know the conditions. How much will that help you?
I think in India the fan base is crazy, but in Sri Lanka also the fans are here in the grounds. All the stadiums are packed when we're playing in Sri Lanka. So I think it's felt like home, and even the conditions, even the weather are like very similar. I think there's no changes in India and Sri Lanka, but only in Dharamshala you can feel it cold, and other areas it's like similar than Sri Lanka.
But does the IPL experience help? Because you know what it is like, and you've just played some months back before the World Cup. Does that help you? All of these players who played for different teams. One Indu, for example, I missed out. He played for RCB as well.
Yeah, I think because we played different teams and different areas, I think it's better for us because Gujarat doesn't play for Gujarat. That's the players like the finals and one or two games happening. Even we have two Bangalore games now. One of these played there. You know the conditions. We played one in Delhi. We know about the conditions and the weather and the crowd and everything. What happened in Delhi? So I think played one game in Lucknow also. So know about the conditions there, the bigger boundaries, and what is the key in those grounds. So we knew and we have the experience right now. I think it's time for deliver the guys who played in all the areas.
When you bowl to, and you've done that with success, and that is why I ask you this question. When you bowl to players like, say, Virat or a Rohit or a Hardik, what is it that you as a bowler think about? Because you've clearly had success against the best batsmen in the world. Just take me a little bit backstage into your art. How do you plan to bowl against these kind of batters?
I think I have no secrets, but I'm always trying when I'm bowling T20s. I'm always trying to give them singles. In T20s, no one happy with a single, so I think that's why I'm doing good in T20s and in limited overs. I think my plan was to bowl like just keep it simple, just bowl wicket to wicket and just give them a single because I know in a T20 no one likes to get a single. So
And in 50 overs?
In 50 overs, the role is different. You have to get wickets in the middle overs. But I learned something in 50 overs, but because there's only 4 fielders outside after the first 10 overs. So I learned that you have to change your field at some of the times. You have to do some tricks and you have to play the mind with the batsman when you want to get wickets with the field. So that's what I learned from when I'm bowling in one days. But in different situations, when I'm bowling the power play and when if I bowl in the death, it's very like different thing.
I was speaking to Rashid, for example, and Rashid is one who says when you're bowling to a Virat or a Rohit or a Rahul, batters who are key batters in the opposition lineup, he sort of gets pumped up. Does it happen with you that when you're bowling against the best, you want to do something extra for your own team? Does that happen?
I think when you bowl to a better guys, if you got them out, your confidence will be good higher. So I think you have to mentally ready. And when you bowl into a good batsman, so good players like you call. But I think as a bowler, I just trying to do my basics right because I know that if I do my basics right, I will always end up getting my wickets. So there's no big things in cricket, I think, but you have to keep it simple every time when you can get the results.
Mahesh, when I think about your career, and I've followed you pretty closely over the last 2-3 years, the one thing where I think you've made serious improvement, you always had the skill, is also your fielding. Have you worked on your fielding? Was it conscious? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, because I'm a bad fielder. I'm a very bad fielder. You can see the first 2 games I played in the IPL. I think in the fielding, you have to get more confidence. If you think you are not a better fielder, if you don't have the confidence to field in the good areas, you will never learn and you will never come with a success on fielding. What I did was like I knew that in the IPL we had in our team also in here. Whenever I play, I know that I have to get more success in my fielding. I have to do my things right because I know at the end of the day, some of the times you have to as a player. If you're playing for team, you have to do well in the field also. And some of the time, if you think about team selection also, there'll be a chance if you're not a better fielder, there's someone will be there, like same like you, bowling like you. If he can field well, I think team will always go for him. I think for me, I just try to do my fielding to get my more confidence when I'm in the field. So I think when you field, you have to enjoy it. If you think if you are boring it, I don't think you will get more success in the fielding. That's what I did was in the IPL. I got a lot of messages because I dropped 4 3 catches in a row. So then I had to do something with our fielding coaches in the IPL and even in here also. Did little bit stuff, do my basics right, and had a chat with the guys who were doing well in the field. So that's what I did to make it right.
When I think of Sri Lanka, I'm thinking of the 96 World Cup. Sanath and I are extremely close friends, for example. That win rejuvenated the nation. Last year, there were so many political problems. That Asia Cup win was such an important thing for the people. I was reading in September, the country will shed the bankruptcy tag. All of this, I mean, a cricketing victory almost reignites the whole country. Are you conscious of that? That the people of Sri Lanka, the people of India, our fans, your fans, they're starved of a cricket win, which is why you all are demigods. Do you guys think about such things?
Yeah, we have to otherwise like in those period of time we knew that we have to do something for the people as well because they have a lot of expectations. When we lost to Afghanistan, we saw what going around in social media, in the medias and everywhere. But it's not about like getting a pressure, but we have to do something for our families and our friends as well because we are representing a country. We don't want to lose any games, but winning or losing, we have to take both of seriously. And I think on those period of time, we knew that when we winning the first game against Bangladesh, the hype they had and the social media and the media, the people when we meeting in Dubai, they all congratulate us, the support we got in Dubai. So when in doing that, even when we after we win the Asia Cup, all the Sri Lankans were there in around the roads when we coming from the airport to Sri Lankan cricket board, and a lot of guys are there in even the cricket board. We had to stay inside for 2 3 hours to go to our homes. I think it's special for subcontinent teams like India and Sri Lanka, even in Zimbabwe also. When I played the last game versus Zimbabwe, all the guys are there because the same thing around happening in Sri Lanka to Zimbabwe. But I think all the people are love about sport. They have been there because they know they can be happy if the team wins.
Yeah, and that's what makes cricket so important for people of both our nations. When I think of Sri Lanka's record in ICC tournaments, 2002 Champions Trophy, joint winners, 2011 making the final, 2014 champions. Sri Lanka has always sort of punched above their weight, exceeded expectations, in ICC competitions. Why? Is there a conscious thing that come the major tournament you guys sort of push yourselves more? Because fantastic record for Sri Lanka in ICC tournaments.
I don't know why I also keep thinking about that because even last 2 World Cups also we did really well in the ICC events. I think that because all the players when you go into the World Cup they know what's more important, because after 1996 we didn't win any 50 over World Cups. After 2014, we didn't win any T20. But I think as a team, we stay in the last 2 years, we are like learning process. I think it's time for us to hand up and do our best and get the job done.
Last few questions. One, this whole thing about mystery spinner, variation. Does it bother you? Because after a point, people will decode the mystery. There are so many scanners, technology, people with television and analysts and all of that. Does it bother you that you have to continuously innovate?
I don't think it's an innovate one. If you think for Rashid Khan, I don't think no one can read him. But I think it's not about the reading and stuff. I think it's about you have to think more when you bowl or bat other than your opponent. And it doesn't matter if you bowl or spin or leg spin, anything, if you didn't bowl it the right line and length. I think always if you bowl right line and length, you will get more success. It doesn't matter what you bowl.
Is there any particular wicket, that you would want against India? Is it somebody like a Virat, somebody like a Rohit that will give you extra joy, for example, when you bowl to them at the Wankhede on the 2nd of November?
I like to get Virat out because I didn't get him out anytime. I like that wicket, but yeah, I hope I can get it done.
Okay, last couple. Tell me about MS Dhoni. What is unique about him? You've played with him. Tell me about your thoughts on MS Dhoni in some detail.
I think he's a simple man. He just want everything like simple. Even he want to enjoy every time when we go in the middle also. He's like quiet guy. He just want to enjoy the moment, and it's very like simple guy. You can go and talk for like hours if you want. You can have a chat with him. You can eat with him. It's like very simple. Like I think he's very honest man also. If you want to say something to your face, he's gonna say it to you. So he's very humble guy. I think it's blessed to play with him and play under him, and sharing a dressing room with him. It's like, and even when he's sitting in the back of the seat, I'm the one next to him. It's very like good thing when I'm going in Chennai or in India when we're traveling. All the people like coming around the bus, they want to wave it to him. It's like very special because staying with him it's like a proud moment for each and every player can get in their career.
Any particular story that you can share? For example, when you're bowling, you're under pressure or something. Any particular story that you want to share with our viewers on MS?
After the finals, when I'm about to go home, I just met him and he just told me that next time for you, because I didn't do really well in the field, so next time for you, there's no bowling practice, there's only batting practice and fielding practice.
That's a lovely story. And from my side, wish you a very, very happy and good World Cup as a player for Sri Lanka. Don't beat us, but every other team you can go ahead and beat and we'll celebrate. But thank you very, very much for your time. As I said, I enjoy watching you and I wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. Cheers. Bye.